I'm Qian. In this video, I will reflect on my individual written assignment essay and discussing its strengths and weaknesses and how I plan to improve my writing after consulting with ChatGPT and also Dr.Loo. This reflection helped me better understand my writing with process and improve to future assignment. First, I believe one of the strengths of my essay lies in the introductions, where I clearly introduce the topics of dog show and sun culture and try to explain what they means. However, upon further reflections, I realized that I should have used simple vocabulary to explain the concept. The use of more complex words might make it harder for the readers to understand. Additionally, when I mentioned that social media influence youth culture, I should have been more precise and state that it's influenced the mindset of young people. And also, I didn't clearly express whether these phenomena are positive or negative, which makes my viewpoint unclear. Another strength is in the second paragraph, where I use the example of the incident between Andy and Qian. This example helped to make my essay more concrete. However, I didn't fully express utilitarianism. I briefly mentioned it, but I didn't clarify its core ideas. Furthermore, although I used the example of Andy and Qian from a utilitarian perspective, if the fans' actions were means to help Andy gain a fair chance, it might be acceptable. The key ideas of utilitarianism is to bring the greatest happiness and the least pain. However, according to feedback from ChatGPT, if the behavior leads to hatred, cyberbullying, or psychological harms without bringing greater happiness, it will violate utilitarian principles. And finally, I didn't connect my contents clearly enough to the TikTok dog show phenomenon and also sun culture. There are several areas I need to improve. First, I did not explain deontology clearly. In the third paragraph, I connected deontology to the prejudice faced by Chinese youth who feel forced to follow rules from parents, school, and work. I argued that this pressure takes away their autonomy, leading them to express their helplessness through some culture. But I refuse to clearly explain the principles of deontology. Without that explanations, readers who are unfamiliar with the theory might feel confused. And in the fourth paragraph, I exposed dog shows and sun culture from different angles, such as values and emotional expressions. However, I did not give a strong argument or a counter-argument, which is important in an argumentative essay. I also did not fully explain how these two trends affect Gen Z's values on mental health. In the conclusions, I only briefly summarized the effects of dog shows and sun culture. I did not explore their deeper impacts or relate them well to the theories I used. This made the conclusion weak. After getting feedback from AI tools and Dr.Loo, I know how to improve my essay. First, I will explain key theories like utilitarianism and deontology more clearly and use simple language. Second, I will make my argument more direct and include a rebuttal make a rebuttal to strengthen my viewpoint, and this is important for an argumentative essay. Third, I need to improve my structure. Each paragraph should have one clear focus. The examples and theories should support my argument logically. Lastly, I will relate my point more closely to the themes of dog show and sun culture. This improvement will help me make my essay clearer, more structured, and more persuasive. In summary, my essay has some strong points, especially in explaining current youth trends like sun culture and dog shows, but I still need to improve my clarity of my theories and create strong arguments and write in a more organized way. By applying these improvements, I hope to write essays that are both academic and impactful. Thank you for watching.